Holly White had gone on a walk every morning with her friend for the last 8 years. So when she didn't show up one morning, her friend knew something was wrong. In May of 2016, Holly had been the manager for the Taos Center for the Arts for 22 years. But her and her husband were planning on relocating to Albuquerque. May 5th, Holly worked. She came home. She talked on the phone to her best friend and her husband. Then she stayed up playing Words with Friends until like 10:30 p.m. The next morning, May 6th, Holly was supposed to go on a walk with her friend. She had gone on a walk every morning with her friend for the last 8 years. So Holly didn't show up. Her friend was worried. She goes to Holly's house. She had a key. She goes in. Now, Holly's car isn't there, but when the friend goes in, she sees her purse, her cell phone, and her dog there. And apparently, her dog was like her baby. Now, later that day, her car would be found at the Rio Grande Gorge Bridge parking lot. And the attendant said that that car was already there by the time the attendant got there that morning at 6:15 a.m. My question was, there was no surveillance there in this parking lot? So anyways, a dive team searches the gorge, 12 miles of the gorge, and they found nothing. Now, her husband was not considered a suspect. He had been in Albuquerque the whole night. He passed multiple lie detector tests. He was not considered a suspect. Police were able to pull some prints from her car, but apparently they said they were insufficient. And that was it. So then the case goes cold, but her family hired a private investigator. Now, police said maybe this was something self-inflicted, but her family said no, absolutely not. I guess that wouldn't be uncommon to happen at this bridge. Police said that sometimes bodies would surface back up after a couple months, sometimes they would never surface. The most recent update I saw was in 2024, where the private investigator said that there was 2 pieces of evidence that hadn't been tested, and that's because the state's laboratories didn't have the equipment sophisticated enough to do that. But the private investigator is apparently having a hard time getting access to that evidence to have it tested in a private lab. So there's also a $30,000 reward for information in this case.